And then what happened is, all of a sudden, a seal jumped up out of the Orbeez and splashed down in. And Axel's like, Graham, did you see that? There was a seal that just jumped up in our Orbeez pool. What is happening? And so Graham grabbed onto the fish, you guys.
And he started flying. What's this channel called, Daddy?
AxelShow Storytime.
Okay, then I told Daddy the right thing.
Oh, you did? Okay. Your friend's gonna watch it? You think so? All right. Oh, let me fix this camera real quick. What is up, you guys? Welcome to AxelShow Storytime, the channel where we tell stories about you and Axel, and maybe me sometimes. I haven't been in one of the stories, have I?
No.
I haven't. Going on an adventure, you guys. Going on an epic adventure, or solving a mystery, maybe. I don't know. Whatever it is. But we tell a story about you guys if you sponsor a video, right?
Wait, do you know about Minty Mouse yet?
They know about Minty Mouse. We told them, I think, at the last episode. Or one of the episodes.
No, that you were in. Oh yeah, remember that time that Pokemon video where Wailord used Earthquake and then Minty Mouse and Speedy were out there and everyone
Minty Mouse?
Yeah, Minty Mouse and Speedy.
Oh yeah, right.
That's when you found
Minty Mouse is an inventor mouse, you guys, who invents amazing things. And it's a character that we made up a long time ago, when like 5 years ago or something like that.
When
we would tell stories to Axel. We used our imaginations and came up with this mouse who's an inventor. He invents amazing things. All right, you guys, so today's story is going to be about a little boy named Graham, and he watches our show. And he is turning 4 years old, you guys.
I have something like
a Graham cracker. His parents are sponsoring this video. His parents wanted to let Graham know that they love you very much. Happy birthday.
Hi, Graham. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Graham. Okay, guys, so before we tell a story about Graham, we need to get to know Graham a little bit, okay? So first of all, here is a picture of Graham. That is Graham right there. Look, he's playing on some kind of like playground thing, like a jungle gym, maybe in his backyard, or maybe at a park. I don't know. But that's Graham, you guys. All right, you guys, so Graham's mom says that he identifies with Axel a whole lot. He loves Legos, he loves construction trucks, he loves digging in the sand, he loves free play, going out in nature, having fun, and he loves stories too. So we're gonna tell a story, right?
Yeah, but do you see my arms? Don't the light on them look like evil eyes?
I don't know. You guys comment down below.
No, on the camera.
On the camera? I don't know. They look like evil eyes? I can't, I have a hard time seeing your eyes looking evil, so.
No.
Sorry, Axel.
Do you see the light in between my arms?
Oh, yes. Oh, it does look like that. It looks like the like scary eyes. Ooh, scary. Axel's so scary. Axel's learning ninja moves and he's got me. He's got me.
One of them is this. Try to twist my arm.
All right, twist your arm. Okay. Ow, 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 okay, stop. All right, you guys, without further ado, let's get into the story. So, this story takes place at... Where? Where does it take place at?
Maui in our pool.
It takes place at Maui in our swimming pool here. We have a swimming pool we share with another house over here, and it takes place in the swimming pool.
And there's a bunch of Orbeez in it.
Okay, so, Axel and Graham met at a park, you guys. They were having fun. Graham went on vacation to Hawaii, to Maui, and he was at a park playing by the beach, and Axel was there too, and Graham was like, hey, that's Axel. And Axel was like, hi, what's your name? And Graham was like, Graham? My name's Graham, hi. And he was like, I'm on vacation here, and I watch your show. And Axel was like, oh, really? Cool. Hey, I'm about to go home and go swimming. Do you guys want to come swimming? And Graham's like, well, I have to ask my mom. So Graham went and asked his mom, and his mom said, sure, we can go swimming. And so they all went back to the pool at Axel's house, and they went swimming. Yes, you guys, they were gonna have a blast in the pool. And so they went ahead and got their swimsuits on, and they went out to the water, and on the count of 3, they were gonna jump into the pool at the same time, right? And they said 1, 2, 3.
Axel did a cannonball.
Axel did a cannonball. And Graham did a belly flop. Right on his belly.
And then there wasn't any Orbeez but right when they touched the water, the water turned into Orbeez.
The water turned into
The whole
Orbeez.
pool was Orbeez.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't know if Graham knows what Orbeez are, but Orbeez are these like little gooey balls that you let soak up water, and they're really squishy and they're fun to play with.
And they get bigger once you soak up the water.
Yeah, they get bigger when they soak up the
and
water.
they get like that small.
And all of a sudden, as soon as they hit the water, the whole pool was full of Orbeez. And they were like, oh, this is so slimy. It was kind of freaky at first. They were like, ew. And they were swimming around in the Orbeez. And then what happened is, all of a sudden, a seal jumped up out of the Orbeez and splashed down in. And Axel's like, Graham, did you see that? There was a seal that just jumped up in our Orbeez pool. What is happening? This is craziness. And then all of a sudden, they saw the seal jump up again and dive back in.
And it came back down right on Axel's head.
And it came down right on Axel's head, you guys, and splashed Axel into the water. And then they saw what was happening. The seal was chasing a rainbow fish. There was some kind of rainbow-colored fish that was jumping in and out of the water, and the seal was chasing it to eat it. And so
It was a rainbow-colored, what's it called, fish? You know those flying fish?
it was a flying fish. It was a flying rainbow fish. And Graham tried to catch the fish because he saw the seal chasing it, and he was like, oh, that is the coolest fish I've ever seen. I do not want the seal to eat that fish. And so Graham grabbed onto the fish, you guys.
And he started flying.
And he started flying. He started flying slowly at first because the fish had a hard time carrying Graham out of the water. But he started flying up, and Axel's like, Graham, where are you going? Wait a minute. And then Axel grabbed Graham's legs and whoo.
And they were both flying. And then the seal grabbed onto Axel's legs, and they were all flying up.
And the seal grabbed onto Axel's legs, and there was a flying rainbow fish carrying Graham and Axel and the seal.
And then they dove straight down, head first into the pool.
Not into the pool. They flew really far away. And now they were over the ocean, you guys. They were way out over the ocean, and Axel and Graham were like, why did we do this? Why did we grab onto this rainbow fish? And it carried them far, far away, all the way to
the other side of the world.
The other side of the world. They carried them all the way to the Great Barrier Reef in Australia.
Wait, that's the other side of the world?
Well, no, not exactly.
Wait,
It might be for Graham. And they dropped him into the ocean at the Great Barrier Reef, you guys.
And the ocean turned out to be not salt water.
The ocean was not saltwater?
No.
Oh, because Axel doesn't like saltwater.
And the fish were freshwater.
The fish were freshwater. It was
And
a
the
freshwater ocean.
And it had freshwater coral.
Yes, and so they dove down in it, and they were
looked
afraid
around.
because they were like, there's nothing anywhere, and we're going down, But then they could breathe underwater. And they were like, what is happening? This is the craziest
the rainbow
day
fish
of our
started
lives.
glowing.
And then Graham felt his cheeks, and he had gills on his cheeks, like fish gills. And that's how they could breathe. And he pointed at Axel. He said, Axel, you have fish gills too on your cheeks. What is going on? What is happening? And they were breathing.
And then they saw Minty Mouse and
Their
Speedy
feet
Mouse.
weren't feet anymore. They were actually like flippers, like the seal. And they were swimming through the water like that.
And then the rainbow fish glowed and disappeared, and Minty Mouse and Speedy Mouse appeared instead of it.
Yes.
It was a trick.
It was a trick, you guys. The rainbow fish was actually just a little robot that Minty and Speedy Mouse were controlling, and they were taking Graham and Axel on an epic adventure, you guys. And so,
And then
Axel
they
was
saw
like,
Minty and Speedy.
Speedy, what's going on? How do I have gills on my cheeks? And Minty and
We
Speedy,
modified you.
Minty and Speedy were like, well, actually, we've been developing biotechnology that can actually change the cells in your body to change into whatever we want them to. And we had the cells in your cheeks like this turn into the structure of gills that they can actually absorb oxygen and feed it into your bloodstream, just like your lungs do. It was crazy, you guys.
And then they just went and looked at everything. Octopuses,
Yes.
eels.
They swam, yeah.
And they could
octopus,
swim
eels.
faster than anything in the ocean.
They could swim faster than anything in the ocean. So
So they
it's a good
could
thing
swim
because
they
by
could
the Great
swim
Barrier Reef,
flash. Oh, and they had flying fish wings. And they were flash technology, so they could fly straight through into an eel's mouth and straight through its body.
That sounds painful.
And they come
for the
out its
eel.
butt.
Did it hurt the eel?
No.
Or how?
The eel thought it was eating something.
And it's a good thing they had this, you guys, because around the Great Barrier Reef, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, but I'm pretty sure there's lots of great white sharks there. I think there is. Yeah, you guys, great white sharks.
And then all of a sudden, the technology started failing.
Yes,
the
technology started failing, not the gills, just the flash technology, and they couldn't swim as fast as they could before. And Minty and Speedy were concerned.
They couldn't even swim as fast as a great white shark, and they couldn't.
They couldn't swim that fast?
No.
And then all of a sudden they saw the seal that they had seen before, and the seal was rushing past them, just as fast as it could in the water. And they're like, "Whoa, where's that seal headed? Where's it going?"
And they followed it. And they could only go.
And they started to follow it. And then they looked behind them and they saw what it was running away from. It was running away from not 2, but 3 great white sharks. 3 great white sharks were chasing this seal because great white sharks love to eat seals.
And they were made out of chips.
And at this point in time, Axel and Graham, you guys, look very much like seals. They did.
And the sharks were made out of chips.
Wait a minute.
One of the sharks was made out of chips. The other was made out of bread. The other was made out of peanut butter and jelly.
Okay, so how did this go now?
They ate them. And the seal came to the feast too.
So
instead
the seal
of
didn't know, but Axel and Graham
they eat the sharks.
observed, wait, those don't look like normal great white sharks. And then they started looking at it and they're like, wait, one of them's the shape of a chip, the other one's the shape of a sandwich, and the other one
is the color of peanut butter and jelly.
The color of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
And then they smushed them all together and
we don't know how they identified them as great white sharks before, but for whatever reason
they had supervision, really good vision.
Okay. And they saw right through the skin, and what was inside was peanut butter and jelly sandwich inside the shark, the skin of the shark.
And they just swam inside,
and so they let the shark eat them, but once they got inside, they ate all the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
And they ate
the chips.
And then they had eaten the shark.
And once they were all done,
and they bring all the shark hides back because they wanted to have a big collection of them.
Oh, okay. Well, they bring the shark hides back, the shark skin back.
Yes.
Is it skin? I'm not sure what the outside of a shark is called.
It's
skin. And they made blankets out of it. And so Graham and Axel.
Sleeping bag.
Sleeping bags, yes. They had shark sleeping bags, and every night they would crawl into the jaws of the shark and go to sleep, and they would have their head poking out of the jaws like this. And it looked like every night they were being eaten by a shark when they were going to bed, but really they were just going to bed in their blankets.
Sleeping bag.
And that is the story of how Axel and Graham had an awesome adventure in the Orbeez pool.
And then their peanut butter and jelly sandwiches turned into great white sharks in the middle of their house.
Yes. All right, Graham, well, hopefully you enjoyed that story, and we just want to tell you that we hope you have an awesome 4th birthday. And if any of you guys want to know how you can get into one of our stories by sponsoring it, go ahead and check the description down below, or ask your parents to, and you can find out how you can sponsor one of these videos and get into one of our super fun, pure imagination stories. All right, remember, we love you guys, we think you're awesome, and we're so glad you joined us for today's video. We'll see you later, bye.
Bye, Graham, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.